In this video, we're going to be talking about adding and multiplying probabilities. So first, let's talk about multiplying probabilities. To calculate the probability that event A and event B will occur, you need to know whether the events are independent or dependent. Independent events. If two events A and B are independent, then the probability of both events occurring is found as follows. So the probability of A and B, you're going to write it with this upside down U. That upside down U is the intersection, which means and. And the way you find that is by multiplying. So when it's and, you multiply. Example, a bag contains 5 red marbles and 4 white marbles. A marble is to be selected and replaced in the bag. Make sure that you keep track of the fact that it is with replacement. A second selection is then made. What is the probability of selecting 2 red marbles? So selecting 2 red marbles means finding the probability that the first marble is red, and then that you go back to the bag and pick a second marble that is also red, and this is with replacement. So this is equal to the probability that the first marble is red times, because it is and, the second marble is red. So the first marble, the probability that you get red is 5 out of 9, because 5 marbles are red and there are 9 in total, times. So when you take the first red marble out, you're going to put it right back into the bag, which means the second time around, there are still 5 out of 9 marbles that are red. So you multiply and the answer is 25 over 81. If two events A and B are dependent, then the probability of both events occurring is found as follows. The probability of A and B is equal to the probability of A times the probability of B following A. So let's take a look at the next example. There are 7 dimes and 9 pennies in a wallet. Suppose 2 coins are to be selected at random, this time without replacing the first one. Find the probability of picking a penny and then a dime. So I want to pick a penny and then a dime, this time without replacement. So the first time you go in the wallet, the probability that you pick a penny is 9 out of 16. 9 because there are 9 pennies, and 16 because 9 plus 7. There are 16 coins in total in the wallet. And it tells me to multiply. Remember that you picked one and you're not replacing that coin. So that means that instead of having 16 coins in total, the second time you go back into the wallet, there's only going to be 15 coins in total. So the probability that that second coin is a dime is 7, because there are still 7 dimes in the wallet. So the answer is 63 over 240. Now let's talk about adding probabilities. First, before we even talk about that, let's talk about some vocabulary terms. Events that cannot occur at the same time are called mutually exclusive. And another way to describe that is to say that the two sets are disjoint. Think about in high school, you have 9th graders and 12th graders. No one can be both in 9th grade and 12th grade at the same time. So those two sets, the sets of 9th graders and seniors, are disjoint sets because they cannot occur at the same time. They have absolutely nothing in common. They are mutually exclusive. So what I've drawn there is a Venn diagram showing you the two circles do not overlap. Inclusive events are not mutually exclusive, so the two events can occur at the same time. So let's take a look at IB students and 12th grade students. It is possible that some 12th graders are in the IB program. So therefore, they're right here in the middle. This is going to be the intersection, which means they are both in 12th grade and in IB. Those are called inclusive events. So the probability of A or B is equal to the probability of A plus the probability of B. And in symbols, it's A or, which is union, B. Every time you hear or in probability, it means that you're going to add. What is the probability of drawing a jack or a king from a standard deck of 52 cards? As you can tell from the picture, we have 4 jacks and we have 4 kings, and there's no way that a jack can ever be a king or a king can ever be a jack. So here, the probability of drawing a jack or a king is equal to the probability of drawing a jack plus the probability of drawing a king. 4 out of 52 cards are jacks, 4 out of 52 cards are kings. Therefore, the sum of the probabilities is 8 over 52. And then this can be simplified if you like. So 8 divided by 4 is 2, and 52 divided by 4 is 13. For inclusive events, we are going to follow the following formula. The probability of A or B is equal to the probability of A plus the probability of B minus the probability of the intersection. So I can write that as the probability of A or B is equal to the probability of A plus the probability of B minus the probability of the intersection. And in this case, you have to think about the fact that in probability, you don't want to overcount. So if we go back to the idea of ninth graders and seniors, they have absolutely nothing in common. So there's nothing to subtract there. If I am going to, let's say, have a treat day, and I'm going to give a treat in the school to all ninth graders, all 12th graders, I basically just have to find out how many ninth graders there are and how many 12th graders there are. And then I would add those together, and that's the total number of treats that I'm going to have to get. Now, in the case of IB students and 12th graders, I would have to find out how many students are in the IB program, how many students are seniors, but then I'm going to have to subtract the number of students who are both in IB and are seniors. That way I don't overcount. So let's take a look at the example. A card is selected from a standard deck of 52 cards. What is the probability that it is a red card or an ace? So take a look at the cards. It can be a red card or an ace. So there are 26 out of 52 cards that are red, half the deck. And there are 4 aces out of 52 cards. But 2 of those aces are red, so you don't want to overcount. So the probability of choosing a red card or an ace is equal to the probability of choosing a red card plus the probability of choosing an ace minus the probability of choosing the red aces. So this is equal to 26 out of 52 plus 4 out of 52. But remember, 2 of those aces were already red, so I already counted them. So you have to subtract minus 2 over 52, and the answer is 28 over 52, which again can be simplified if you divide by 4. So the answer is 7 over 13.